All right. So I guess we are live, Ravi. Um,
Okay. Yep. I can see it in Facebook. Let's wait for people to join in.
all right. Great.
How's everything going on your end, Mike?
It's busy as always. As you know, just all the work going on with the marketing funnel right now. So yes,
Yep.
trying to fix them up. Majority of the stuff is all ready, so we are pretty much all ready to run some kind of campaigns very soon now.
Yeah, that's
Um,
good. We should do a session on that as well. Should talk about funnels and talk about bots at some point, and
exactly.
how we are structuring it, and maybe people can benefit from that.
Yeah,
And
exactly. They're gonna be a lot of fun, I reckon, by itself, because we were experimenting a lot of stuff, as you know, for the past few weeks, and looks like the things are all ready now.
yeah, yeah, I've
That
been checking as well, so it's good. Yeah, having a look
Yep.
at the.
All right. So everyone, I guess you guys are all up here. So give us a quick one if you
Yeah,
can hear us properly, please.
yeah. Please say hi so that we know who's joining in, guys. There are a few highs coming in.
Yep.
For some reason, I can't see the names of the
I can't.
users.
I can't even see the names either. So you probably need to look
That's
at the Facebook itself, Ravi.
not a problem. Yeah, it's all good. This is the first time we're using this tool, guys. So just bear with us. There could be a few glitches here and there. Do I look older than the photo? Nah, I haven't colored my beard, and it's Melbourne's in lockdown, so there's no need to go out. I haven't got my hair cut, and so yeah, I'm not the best of myself. But thanks, guys. Yeah.
All right. So um,
So yeah, now I think the main topic for today is talking about doing outreach at scale, which of course Rohin's going to cover. But we'll just wait for a few more people to join in, and please feel free to post your questions in there. I'll take Rohin through all the questionnaires at the end, and we'll see if some of the questions do fit the topic he's covering, and we can just ask him within the live stream. There are no set of rules as such, but we'll go with the flow. We'll see how long we have to be here. But yeah, we'll just start with talking normal stuff, and we'll get into the guest posting side of things once we have a few people join. We should be live on Facebook, and I think on YouTube as well. So there should be a few people joining us today. If not, I think the video should be available on
on YouTube
YouTube.
and Facebook both.
Yeah, it should
So
go on.
so
Technical glitch. So we got a question here, Rohin. How was the Google's technical glitch for you guys? Look, honestly, none of our websites were affected. My personal websites, Rohin's websites, or our client SEO websites, none of them was affected. We actually saw some growth for some of our clients, especially in the medical line, and maybe Vyang is joined us as well. I'm not sure, but yeah, he's a cosmetic surgeon in Melbourne, and we manage a few of his websites. But I think the trick was after May, we saw a massive decline in his traffic, and it all comes down to your eat algo, which Google looks at, especially for finance and
medical.
medical sites. And I can see if I can open the search console. But yeah, basically what we did, Vyang was quite attentive to us, and he was doing really good work with the blog side of things. We kind of published around 200 blog posts on two of his websites, and they immediately shot up because Google wants to see lots and lots of value add content apart from your service pages. We had like 40, 50 odd service pages on each side, but some of them were a bit skinny when it came to blog posts and informational articles. So we posted around 250 odd blogs, and we immediately started seeing increase in traffic and increase in impressions and stuff like that. So yeah, if you guys need a tip to fix the algo issues which came about in May, I think go and add a lot of good contents, try and add value. Make sure you have your author account set up in there. You talk about who the author is. If it's a medical site, you talk about who the doctor is, what does he do, talk about his degrees and stuff. Have a dedicated page for that, and then link that under every blog post you do. And that way you can see some of that stuff rising.
But to be honest, we didn't really see much efforts of two of the sites that took a dip during this recent algo update, 2 days back. But eventually, I don't know whether Google actually rolled it back or what happened. The very next day, I saw all those rankings record by itself. Some of the top guys, they actually slipped the positions. So we got a good positions that way too. So eventually, I reckon it was a good move for us. We actually made it something out of it. So I can't complain. I can't complain about it. So eventually, it all depends on how we go about do the things. If we are the best way to rank in Google is we always know is to think like Google. We just need to say what they want. Just give them their food, and they're gonna be happy about it. We'll be happy. Client is happy. So that's all about it. And
always start with 15 pages. Because we received a dentist website last week, Rohin. Was it 4 days ago?
Yeah.
And we kind of just the homepage for the main keyword, and it jumped from position 28 to position 9 in a matter of 3 days. And we haven't even started link building for that site yet. It's just on-page fixes. All we did was, check the content with Surfer SEO. We fixed the title tags and H1 tags, and then added anything else that was required as a part of the Surfer optimization to fix the keyword density. And pretty much that helped to bring that main keyword for his dentist plus location from position 28 to position 9. And I think once we do a few links from our inventory this month, we'll see it in the top 5 within a month or so. So that's a handy tip, guys. Always start with on page before we start jumping into off page side of things, because we need to tell Google who we are before we do that.
All right. So now the only technical glitch we have got with this live stream is, I don't know why, but the platform doesn't really show us the name who is posting the comments. So we need to actually look at the Facebook itself, and later on we're going to go and fix it up. What is the issue and how we need to go about it. All right. So Anirudh is up here. Anirudh, hey, how are you, Anirudh? We have got Florin. Florin has got our questions as always, but that's okay. I love your work, man. You ask the questions that help us some of the time. The things are not really good. So that help us to learn something new too. All right. So I've got Jordan up here. Hey, Jordan, what's up? All right. So I have Sarvesh up here too. And I know Sarvesh for a long time. So it's pretty good at that. So give me a quick yes. If you guys can actually hear me. All right, you back?
I lost you, yeah.
All right, so guys, just give me a quick yes so that I know that you guys can hear me, and then we'll start it straight after that. All right, so it looks like all good. Yeah, so I think we should keep going with this one now, Ravi. All right, so what I'll do is the complete session is all about guest posting. So how you need to run the guest posting, how we need to do it on a scale, and that's all about it. So we'll go step by step. We'll figure out what we need, and we'll take it from there. If you guys have any kind of questions at the end, we are more than happy to actually answer them too. So there's only one thing. All right, so let me just go and quickly share my screen now. All right, so let me just go open up the tab. All right, so I hope you guys can actually see my screen now. Give me a quick yes, because I've just changed the screen, so I need to make sure that you guys can listen to me, and then I'll start talking about it after that.
Yeah, I can see it just fine. I've lost the chat window, so yeah, I can't see that bit, but I can see your screen.
All right. So Sarvesh, all right. So great. Um, all right. Let's get started then. So all right, as I can, so what the very first thing what we need to do about the guest posting is that because we are actually trying to do everything on a scale, so we want keeping in mind we want to throw in like lots and lots of campaigns on a go. How are you gonna do it? That is the different kind of techniques we can use. The very first one is we can use a Google search operators. We've got like a free and a paid method as well. We're going to use like for email, how we're going to use, I mean, like a href. Href is another tool. We're going to use the content explorer and can find out via that. And so when it comes to a tool, there are two main kind of tools which I'm really going to use. That is, one of them is, so what I'll do is paid method as well. We're going to use another tool. We're going to use the content explorer and can find out via that.
Ravi,
And
your
all right, so all right, so very first thing is this is a Google search operator file which I normally use, and my team they use it as well. So what we need to do is there are a few different kind of tabs. I'm pretty sure you actually have seen this one in one of
all
our
right. So,
we did it. So is that all good, Ravi?
yep, all good, mate.
All right. So they've got all different kind of like a link building categories up here. And there are a few other people up where I have seen the sheet too. So I'm not going to take a credit. I have actually taken it from somewhere else. So I don't really remember which course. I think that was like Ryan Strait or maybe Dan Ray, someone. So the credit goes to those guys. But I'm using it for the purpose. So you need to go about and check the guest posting tab. Then all the different kind of like parameters, everything gonna come up here. And ultimately we have to go and run the health up here to find or health, or it can be anything. Then you need to come up with a different kind of operators. So what we need to do up here is that I'm very much sure you guys know about operators. You might have seen how to get these kind of operators as well, but the next steps we are going to do is something on a scale. So one of my favorite one is right for us. I know a lot of people, even John Mueller recently said like guest posting are not good, but we use it all the time and we see the very good results out of it. And it's very, very hard even for Google too. I mean, like to figure out if it's really a paid guest post or if it's a free guest post. So it's very hard. You just need to figure out that you are not really using any kind of link farms completely, but you can always, you are free to use them. I've never seen any problem. They have been saying like guest posts are spammy or something for the past, I think about like 6 or 7 years since I started this SEO thing, and we're still working. It's still working. It's even that's even same with the different techniques. I mean, like a PBNs and all that. People they still more use, and they get a very good results out of it. So I believe it's a good technique as well. All right, so health right for us. Just pick it up. This operator. Go to Google itself. Throw it in. Just make sure that your 100 results are marked up here. So up in this case, as I can see, health. I'm asking Google to show me health right for us. Who have got like the right for us in here, or you can actually write it down like in URL right for us as well. So I can actually use this operator if I want the results to be like this. So health in URL right for us. So whichever the URLs coming in, like for example, right for us, right for us, right for us. All these ones, some of them they show it publicly in the menu bar or even in the footer or header, but some of them they don't. They keep this page hidden, but that's okay. And what we need to do is just make sure that our results are set to 100. So go to your settings and go to settings and mark them as 100. So so mark that as 100 and then pretty much save it.
And you can do a regional setting as well in there if you want. If you're just trying to find guest posts for Australian. public or
Yeah,
US or anything.
you can always use that regional TLD as well. So it should be site_.com.au in case you want the only the those results. So site_.com.au, that's gonna give you health right for us in the URL only for site which has got tlds.com.au. But in this case, just for a demonstration purpose, I'm just going to run it. So once this is done, your 100 results has been fetched out. Now the next thing is, a lot of people, they usually go and open up each and every site, which is quite tricky, in itself. I'm going to open up the Chrome extension for the paid users. So anyone who has got href paid account, just go and open up the Chrome extension. It will go and give you all the desired results. So ST stands for search traffic. You can see how much the traffic is, how you can see how much the DR is, and how many RDs and everything. Referring domains are actually pointing to your root domain. This is the right-hand side is what we have to see. We don't need to worry about left-hand side. So right-hand side is we always want to go with. Don't do anything else. Don't filter out anything. Don't waste your time doing all this. Just go and press this button. I mean, like the at the very top, this href button. Just go and press it, and it will literally download.
Yeah.
So press this one. It just takes a little time to actually fetch it. So this one, and you can download this one. Download the whole file. What you can do after that is you can go to start. Just a sec. I don't think it's the right file. Yes, this is the one. So you've got all these metrics, different metrics up here. Now what you need to do is just go and apply any kind of filters you want to. Let's say you want the sites to be having a minimum of, let's say 200 traffic. So what you can actually do is go up here, go to the filter out the sites which has got like a minimum search traffic of 200. So search traffic is sitting up here. So I'll go, this ST stands for search traffic. So, and I'll go and say between, or anything, let's say greater than 200. So then the results, what you will get is, greater than or equal to 200, but it should not be bringing in this one.
I think you have to filter everything out first. It's different to Excel. Yeah, so you just take all the filters out, and then you put the.
Okay, so I just apply filter on this one, you reckon?
No, not that way. Yeah, but yeah, you just click there. Just deselect everything first.
Okay.
You know where it says select all? Just click on
this one. Say this one. Correct. So that is 200. Now all the sites, whichever is up here, they are having at least 200 traffic up here. But a lot of times you're gonna see like some of the big sites, like edu sites and everyone. They might not. You might not be interested in those sites. So probably what I normally do after that is I usually take all these sites and I remove all these ones. So for that we have got a. The only hiccup is because I recently moved from my Windows to this MacBook. That's why I haven't opened up my. So I'll see if I can open my remote desktop really quickly. So. Okay, so. What we need to do up here is we need to go about and throw all the sites at this point. So paste and amend. Oh, sorry. So remove selected URL. I'll go up here and I'll go to my Excel file. I'll take all these files. So this is the very first step is what we did. We use the copy search operator. We pick the operator from there with the URL. We throw it in Google. We'll mark the results to 100. From there, we need to take all these URLs and have to turn on our href extension. So once you're gonna turn on the href extensions, you need to download all these results, which will come up like this. Select any kind of traffic or even DR or whatever you want. Just select those ones, and the results will squeeze like this. And then what we need to do is we want to check it out any kind of like the sites which are not relevant to us or which we believe it's not really it's edu, that kind of things. So what we can do is copy them and throw them in in Scrapebox, in case you got Scrapebox. So just paste that the list up here and then remove duplicate domains. So by that way we removed all those duplicate domains, and now we want to remove any site which is like social web 2.0s or any kind of like those sites. So what we need to do is remove entries, remove URLs, not remove URLs containing entries from. And this is, we need to go, we have got, and I'll share this list with you guys too. So not this one, sorry. Yeah, this one. So these are all there are about like 600 sites sitting in this list, which are popular web 2.0s, or these are citations or even forums or that kind of sites. So I need to make sure like even some TLDs as well. So I don't need .edu, I don't need .gov, and you can always go and add more sites to it. So just go and select these files and it will remove everything which you doesn't want. And then you can simply take all these URLs. I'll take all these URLs and I'll copy all URLs to clipboard. And then what you can do is we can simply go to the harvester we have got, and you can go and paste the URLs up here. So you can paste the URLs up here and then let it run. So what's going to happen is, by doing this complete process, what happened? We know these sites who accept guest posting. We know these sites have got like a minimum traffic what we want, and we know these sites has got doesn't have any kind of like a .edu, that kind of thing. So we know all these things has already been covered, so we don't need to worry about it. That's all I'm saying. Once you can always use different kind of like a Chrome extension like Snowview. Eventually, actually, I need to go through these things really quickly with yourself before we do it. So I'll see if let's let it run, and
Internet's a bit slow.
Internet is actually a bit slow because of we are streaming as well.
Everyone's working from home.
All right, so I was supposed to actually open up this presentation to show you guys before that. So as you can see up here, so so that's all we are doing at the moment, guys. So tools of the trade is we need a Google Search Extractor, or even we can use href Chrome extension for the same purpose too. Snowview is another Chrome extension. They have got like 100 emails, free email ID you can find out every single month. Hunter has got the same thing too. So for free point of view, these are pretty good. For paid, you can actually pay about like, I think it's like $200 something what Hunter has a paid plan. I probably don't really recommend that. So maybe you don't need any kind of like these paid extensions, because the Traffic Valley email harvester do pretty much the same thing too. So that's what we have seen. So we run a double sequence up here. The very first sequence is when the crawler will go to these particular URLs and try to find out the email ID from there. In case they don't really find out, then they will go and find their Facebook page and go to the About Us to figure it out from there. So they will try to use both the sources. Wherever they find it, they're going to put it up here. So anything you will see in black is actually what they found on the website itself. And anything which is blue means that they found on their, not on the website, but on their About Us Facebook page. So that is the one. There are a few junks, and this is something we need to remove manually. So once that thing is done, we need to go and export these results. And simply once we export, what you can actually do is you can either actually go and validate those results too. So I'll see if XLS. So we need to go and validate those results. So for the validation, what we can do is we can go and use, so all right, so let's say these are the results. So what we can do is we probably can pick it up, these URLs, example, we'll go to this tool, which is a free tool, which is a Gmask email extractor verifier, and just come up here, paste all these URLs, whatever we get it. Obviously, we need to clean this up because at the moment it looks like there's a lot of junk sitting up here too. So definitely you need to clean it up and just paste it. And then what it will do is find email IDs. And as you can see, they have figured out all these email IDs, like different email IDs. And by the email ID, they even try to find out what the name could be. So in this case, they are saying Monica, and it's putting in up here. And then we need to go verify these email IDs. This is where they will go and they will figure out if the email ID is valid or not. So let's say if there is anything which is coming in blocked, what I've seen is blocked is still pretty good. I mean, like, you don't need to worry about, you can still run on this one. So it's not any issue at all. But anything which is coming is invalid, that's something I'll probably go and check it myself. So invalid is the only one. Blocked is, you can't really, because a lot of time it happen like they try to figure out the MX records and they don't really get it. And this is why it's saying blocked. But you're gonna see it if you try to send an email to this one, you'd see it's still gonna work. So that's a email extractor what we have to use. Now there is one thing what before we go and run the email campaign, I need to show you guys how you can actually go and use, rather than for everyone who doesn't have a href, how they can go and use a free method to get the same kind of quality results too, and that is the SEMrush data. So we need to go and, let's say we go and pick it up. So let's say again the help and write for us. That is the one, and all right, let's go to this one. So we have already figured out this thing. So I've already turned on my href extension. So there is a SEO Quake Chrome extension. So it's SEO Quake Chrome extension. Just go to Google, just type in, and you're gonna get it as a very top results. And this is the extension by SEMrush itself. So thanks to them. So what you need to do is just turn it on and press this button, which is Get Metrics. So let it run because it's a free one. They need to, it's probably gonna take some time too. So let me just refresh it really quickly and let's give it a run. All right. Like I said, it's a free method, so it will definitely take some time too because they need to go and get all these different kind of parameters from this one. But you can see, oops, sorry. All right, sorry. All right, as you can see, the traffic 11.8 is coming in, 4.75 traffic, and even 2.10. So the traffic is coming in. Let it run because it's 100 URLs. It's definitely going to take some time, and it's a 100% free method too. But let's look at this one really quickly. So it tells us like the number of index pages. It tells us the traffic. So in this case, we can actually go with either with the Alexa rank, or else you can go with the traffic. Traffic is one of the best one what I can really see. The more the time you will give the tool to go and fetch the traffic, the more better results you're gonna get it to. So give it some time, and then once this is done, then you need to go and export CSV. Then go and export CSV. Again, the same thing you need to do after that. Just take the URLs, apply the filters, take the URLs. I know the export CSV looks like a bit cluttery of this SEO Quake. For that, there's a site called CSV-delimiter or delimited.com. You can Google it, that one. But what that site gonna do is you just import your CSV file, and it's gonna clean that file and put all the metrics in a different tab. Otherwise, you're gonna see all these metrics gonna be displayed. Once you export it, it's gonna be displayed in one single A1 or A2, like A column only. So we need to separate them up properly, and this is what the CSV delimiter website can do. So just import it, export it. Once that is done, I'm not really going to do it the same thing again because they're going to be a bit time consuming, you know. So what we can do up there is we need to apply the filters. Whatever the URLs are left, take those URLs, throw them in email harvester, let the harvester to run everything and get the email IDs for it. And the best part about this one is you can export to Excel, and you can actually get the root domain as well. So like, for example, this one, fitnessforathletes.com, because these things gonna help us to actually customize it, or personalize our email campaign. So this is really gonna be helpful. So export this one. Once you export, just clean it up a bit, then throw it in email verifier. So just throw in those URLs, this email IDs up here, and press it. And then once you press it, just press, there is another button gonna come up here, just press that one and it will validate and everything. Once that is done, you need to go and export these email IDs. This is only you have to do if you are worried about, what gonna happen with if my Gmail account get banned because too many bounces and all that. And we have got a solution for that too. Normally in our agency, with our team, we do not worry about doing this email verifier extractor kind of thing, because we don't use Gmail. We use a SendGrid SMTP with Sandy. Sandy is one of a tool. It's kind of a medium. It's an email thing where you actually hook up your SMTP. You can use AWS. You can use SendGrid. The best is SendGrid, because AWS, again, it's the same problem. If they notice a lot of bounces, everything's coming in, they're probably gonna go and close your account. So you're gonna lose the account that way. All the campaigns, everything is gone. It's not really worth it. So once that is done, export it. Now email ID is ready. Just VLOOKUP, map the email IDs next to their domain. So domain email IDs, or you can, if you're not going through this path, then you already have got all these ones. So because it's a numbers game, you can just play around. Like, for example, up here, take an example for really quickly. You're in a health niche, you put in health, you're gonna get the results this one. I'm gonna move it to supplement. Supplement, and I can get another results. I can put it to CBD. So you can just keep trying all different kind of parameters. You can try different operators as well, and just keep exporting all those CSV. Either it's via SEMrush or it's via this href paid extension. So just export all these ones, and once this is done, now it's a time that you want to merge all these results to get a bigger pool of like the prospects. So let's say one of operator you use, and they're gonna give you like 200 results. So you choose Google set 100 results, and page 1 gives you like 100 results, page 2 gives you like another 100 results. So make it this way. Don't go more than like maybe 200 pages. It depends on what the traffic and everything is. So we know by using all this method, we're gonna download 5 to 6 different CSVs. Then you need to go to merge-csv.com. Just open up this site, and it will ask you to upload your CSV. As far as the header of all the CSVs are same, it's gonna merge very beautifully. You can get all the data in one single CSV that you can simply apply your filter at the very end, rather than just doing it manually on each and every sheet. So merge them all together. You're probably gonna get like maybe 2,000 email prospects that way, and just apply your filter. Once you apply the filter, and then whatever results you're gonna get, it's easy for you to just pick them, just copy those URLs, throw them in the harvester. Harvester will go and figure out all these email IDs they will give you, export those results, and you're all good to go. You have got root domain, you have got email IDs. Both the things are already up here. Just polish this list, because this one looks a bit spammy. I don't know, maybe they sometimes pick it up from platform itself, like WordPress.com kind of thing. So info at this is what you need, and that's the same. So whatever the domain is, try to see if there is a Gmail or there is a proper domain email ID for that. So that's something you guys already know how to do it. All right, so that part is done. Now the very last thing what we have to do is we have to run the campaign. But let's figure out really quickly what other options we have got when we are doing any kind of like a guest post outreach. So let me open up that sheet really quickly now. So we already figured out what we need to do. So we use the Google search operator, that free method, which is by SEO Quake. We use that scraper method. Probably leave it this one, because maybe you don't really need it for now. And this is another fresh guest posting opportunities. That's where when you have to go and So let's say this is the one I'm going to research, and I'll go up here, settings. I'll go to, to tools, and then up here in the time, just put it on past month. So they will show you all the basically results where these pages, right for us pages, it's a 90% chance, not every time, right for us pages has been published, or whichever the operator you're using, those pages has been published in the last 1 month only, which means like maybe these guys hasn't been hammered up with every guest posting people. So there is a very good chance that you're going to reach them and they will say yes, because they if they have created this page on their site, that means that they are actually keen to accept guest posting on the site. So if you use this particular method, I've seen a very good response rate out of this. So give it a try. I'm sure that's gonna work for you too. So all you have to do is just set your timeline and then press get metrics button, or else if you're using href, use the href method. So once that is done, export the CSV, apply the filter, pick it up the URLs, throw that in Harvester, export these results. If you want to validate, that's cool. If not, then let's move on to the Sandy. So I'm using Sandy. There are a few different kind of tools what you can use. I think we have heard, and that's one of them is Mailshake. Mailshake is a pretty good one if you're running like a sequence. So you want, like, if no reply, then you want to send another sequence after a few days. If there is again no reply, you can send another sequence by that. But because we are doing everything on a scale at this point, and we are doing the numbers game, because I've tried to done a lot of personalization over the years, and we have tried to do a lot of like first name, last name, that kind of things, even follow-up campaigns too. Yes, the follow-up do work. The follow-up do work, but we need to remember for the follow-up, we need to do things slowly. And if you have to do things slowly, I think with the SMTP, the Mailshake do have an option for SMTP, and Lemlist has got an option for SMTPS, and that do as GMAS too. So all these different kind of options you can actually use to send it out. I'm going to show only Sandy, because Sandy is one which I've never heard in any of the groups. So I thought like it could be a good one to show it to everyone. So let's really, before we jump it in, let's go and check it out, the href Content Explorer option, which is our very last one. This is a very cool thing. I don't know why no one actually taken advantage of this one, href Content Explorer. So this is how it works. So what you can do is go to href, use advanced operator to find out some hot things. So this is author, guest, or guest by, and then you can always change your different pregnancy, daycare, you can change it. So what you need to do is go to href Content Explorer, throw out this Boolean search up there. So these are all the Boolean search, and that way you're gonna get a big pool of sites. Just download those sites, and you can then play around with that too. I don't really go into these ones too often, because most of time we either do it this skyscraper one, or else this Google operators. It just works for us, and especially this fresh guest posting targets like time bound one. It's one of the best. I mean, like it works for us every single time. So that is all it is. So when you go into the Sandy is a self-hosted script, by the way, guys. It's a self-hosted script. So when you go inside Sandy, first thing you need to do is you need to create a brand. So let's say, just like need to log in Sandy really quickly. So this is where you need to actually create a brand. So once you create a brand, then you can go inside that particular brand. So if I go inside, let's say this is our Warrior one. So if I go inside that particular brand, you're gonna get this kind of an option, which is like create a campaign. You can actually create your own templates, or you can actually add a new list. So whatever you have exported from this one with the email ID and the domain, take this second column and the third column, and you have to import that one. Is don't worry about. Go to add a new list and just give it a name. So the name could be like master list. So it can be master list 1. So go and create this list. And this is where they are asking you if you just want to give a first name or an email only. And then because you have got like a custom fields up here too, so what you need to do up here is you need to create a custom field tab. What is a custom field? We already know. We have already got like an email address, and we have got second thing is what do we say to that one? It's website name. So these are two things. So I'll go up here, create custom field for this particular list. When you go and do the next field, then you have, and I'll name it as website. So create custom field. Now all you need to do is go and craft your template and just add this particular custom field in your template, so that once you go and import your this list, column B and column C, it will auto populate this website name up there, and the email address it already knows. So you don't really need to do it manually. So it will auto populate all by itself. You can import like 2000 sites and root domain just polished up a bit because it's showing like this. So what you can do is you can just simply add that thing. I reached out to your site, digitalhealthbuzz.com, and I found it very helpful. So you can just craft your template. There are plenty of templates available online, so you can use it. And once you do it, just this thing is done. I normally go to new campaign and simply just go and craft your template. So you can just whatever, you can put it up here, and this is where all your thing has to go. All your basically email template has to go, and in the Word just write it down, your tag operator, the website operator, the one which we said, and let it run. And yes, what you need to do is probably just turn it off, this track open and track clicks. Now with the Sandy it's a one-time cost of $59, I think, guys, and there are plenty of guys on Fiverr or Legit whom you can use. I think they take about like $10, and they load this particular script on your server, and that's the only expense, because SEO Quake is free. Website, this email harvester we have got, it's free. Email validator we have got, it's free. Everything is free. The only thing is what you need is this this particular Sandy thing is all you need on your server, because you as a digital marketer, we all should be having servers, I reckon. So put it on a cPanel and let it run. That's all about it, what you need to do. And the best part about this is I've mentioned up here from email. This is the email the people gonna see. Now there is no way that Google gonna ban it, because you are not actually sending it via Google servers. You are sending it via SMTP, SendGrid SMTP, and SendGrid SMTP. I think it's like $15 for 40,000 email credit, which is pretty good every month. So that's something you can use. And reply to email. Reply to email should be your real email on which you want to get the results. So let's say you want to get results on hey info@outreachwarrior.com, let's say, or hey@xyz.com. So you're sending it from hey@xyz.com, and you want the results to be coming on hey@xyz.com. Now there is no problems at all, because it is coming via SMTP servers, but the replies are coming back to your original email. So you can blast out 2,000 emails in a single day as well. SMTP gonna send all those emails, and you know the reply is coming into your actual email, and then you can try on all your communication, everything via that particular email itself. So there is no way that you're gonna use Gmail, and in the middle of a campaign the Gmail gonna come and give smash a ban hammer, and they're gonna delete your or ban your email. It is not going to happen. So it's pretty easy that way. Sandy is one of a good one we are using for a long time. It's super. It's very good. So that is all about it. Like Ravi, I'll just finish out the last two tabs, and then we'll see if there is any kind of questions or something anyone has got.
Yep.
So, Content Explorer, give it a try. It's a very good one, this Content Explorer thing. But Scrapebox, yes, you can try Scrapebox. It's like you're using all these different operators, but rather than throwing them one by one in Google, you're literally actually throwing them in Scrapebox itself. But the only problem what I've seen with Scrapebox is, like, to get the metrics. To get the metrics is a pain in itself, because Spraybox doesn't have can fetch all this traffic from SEMrush or even from Href as well. And this is why we have stopped using Spraybox, and we are using, actually we turn on to 100 results per page, and we use a Google itself to scrape all the results. So that's the one. And then I've already covered this, how to find from past 30 days, and you can just fix a time frame that to do it. And then you can always turn, like for LSI words, it can be like rather than health supplements, or you can health products or something like it. You can do it, and you can easily find out like a different way. You can always change the search operator. So you've got like a lot of options. You have got an option to change the search operators, or you have got an option to change the keyword itself. That way you're going to get a big pool of results for your sites. For example, tech. There's a lot of terms which actually play in tech. And then what you can actually do is just playing around, get all those CSVs, keep exporting them, even if it's SEMrush or if it's Href. Keep exporting them. Like you export, you throw in 8 to 10 queries, you export all these results, use merge-CSV, pull all those results together. Actually, let me just open up merge CSV to show you guys really quickly what it is. So mergecsv.com. So go to this particular website. As far as your site headers are same, so it's saying keep header file in the first one. Just go and select this one, and basically select all your CSV files. It no matter if it's 1, 2, or 10 or 15 files. Just pull them all together, and then what you can do is merge CSV. Press this button. It will create one single file of that. The beauty of one single file is that you can easily apply all those traffic filters and everything. So rather than doing it on 10 different files, it's much better, and then merging them together, it's much better to do it rightly from the first one. So this is one which I normally use. So that's the one for this ones. And let's go and talk about data filtration, quality check. We have already said that a lot of people, what they normally do is they try to look at they do spend a lot of time to check it out, what the first name, last name, if the site is worth, if the site gives no follow or do follow, that kind of things. Yes, you can do it. They check it out if the href is giving. So is it really worth sending out an email to them or not? You can always do it if you've got an ample time, or you've got like a VS or something working for you, then you can probably try. For us, we don't do it. We just normally blast out the emails and everything, whatever results we get it based on what the dollar value. And then once we get the reply, then it's easy. Then it's worth actually spending the time on the campaign. So we always try to put this quality check as step 2. Yes, data value filtration is definitely step 1, because you don't want to spend time at later stage on the sites which has got like no traffic, or traffic like 1, 2, or 10 or 15. You want to so if it's less than 500, Hello.
Hi, did we get disconnected?
We got disconnected. When was that?
I got disconnected, so I'm not sure. Yeah,
Guys, just let me know if did we get disconnected.
yeah. They're saying only R is coming on the screen, so yeah, it happened in last few minutes. I
All
think
right. So,
they got busted. I can see the comments coming.
all right. So, how much did we miss? When was the last one? All right. Tell me, did you guys actually watch this particular session for when I said how to find the startup blog post ideas? Tell me, David. All right, I'll cover this one really quickly once again. Sorry, guys. Like I said, it's a new platform we are using as well, so I really apologize if something is happening. So, what I said, how to come up with the guest posting ideas. So, well, let's say you are some blogger is sending a reply to you, and they are saying like. All right, I'm happy to let you do guest post on my site. On what topics you want to write it down? Just go to Google and start up throw out your broad keyword, and then just simply write it down and let the Google actually tell you all the results. So let the Google tell you. So for this is one of a way how you can actually find out. So it's civil. So
Can
let's
you share your screen as well, Rohit?
Oh, sorry. Okay. So
Yep. You can see it now.
so Nisi, like guys, just give me a quick one if you guys can actually see my screen.
Yep, I can see it now.
Okay. So that's what I was saying, like how to come up with the guest posting ideas. That's something like just throw in your main keyword and use tilde. So use tilde after that, and that's a way that for students, for example, this is one in India with low investment. So these are kind of a topics which you can actually give them, and you can tell them that I can write on all these sites. Now, when it comes to pricing, with the pricing, what you need to do is, let's say the blogger is actually asking for $50. And then what we need to do is we just need to actually tell them like we have got like a $20 budget because we have just started this blog. So probably it's I can transfer you. Give me your paper. I can transfer you now. This is one of the things you create, trying to create a FOMO. It just helps every single time. I mean, like to say, all right, let's give me $20. I'll do it. Or else you can tell them, even to save you a bit of a cost too. You can tell them that you have got a published article on your website, and what if you can give me a quick link from that one. And what they're going to do is they're going to say, all right, because for them it's just a matter of actually going into the dashboard and have a quick look and just get it done really quickly. So it's just a quick $20 for them, So that's it, guys. The very final thing, what we need to what I really need to cover is how to make sure that we whenever we send the emails, we do not actually hit the spam folder, because that is kind of a problem which happens very often. So this is one of a slide. This is a process I asked my guys how they actually do it these days. And this is what we do. We use most of time like Rohin @ these kind of emails rather than info and all that, because those kind of emails usually have a very good probability to actually go into the spam folders. So try to put a name when you go and create a user email inside G Suite or even via your different cPanel emails too. Then try to actually create Rohin @ or a name properly, and then do a DKIM and SPF records inside your cPanel zone editor. SendGrid has got these options too. They give you a DKIM and SPF records, and just take those records and put it in your cPanel zone editor. So not to add too many links or images as well, because that is something going to hit your spam folder very quickly. Now with the mailtester.com and with this particular site, what the mailtester.com will do is when you open this up, they give you a quick email. This is the email you need to send your copy. So open up your Gmail, send into basically put this particular email, and underneath that compose your copy which you want to send it to as an outreach campaign, and do it. In quick few seconds, you're gonna see this email will catch that particular copy, and it will tell you what is the spammy score of that one is. So based on that spamminess, you can always go and change the words and try not to put like too much free win kind of things, because sometimes it actually it more like a marketing one, so they can actually go to the promotion tab too. So try this mailtester.com and send a quick test email to yourself too, so that you can see in which particular folder of yours it's coming in. And there is another tool which is litmus.com Gmail tabs. Now the beauty of this one is again the same thing. It gives you an email. Just take this email, send your copy to this one, and it will tell you straight away in which particular tab your email is actually going, and so that you're gonna know like my email is actually going to promotion tab. There is no meaning of actually going into the promotion tab. So you need to go and tweak your web copy a bit. So give it a few tries, and what's gonna happen is your email will start coming to the inbox that way. But your domain deliverability rate, that kind of things do matter a lot too. But again, if you're running the campaign on a mass, on a scale, then I don't really think it's really worth spending that much time. It's more worth to actually use these operators, run more campaigns, send out the basically the emails via Sandy, and start getting the response and negotiate with them to get your links done. So that's all about it, guys, for today. And this is all I've got. If you got any particular questions or so, just feel free to ask, and we can take it from there. And so Ravi, you can go through the questions, and we'll see.
I've got a few questions here which I'll read, and guys, if you have any more questions, just type them in. Rohin's, I think he had a mouthful to talk about it. He's having a bit of water. So, so yeah, look, so Florian wants a list of all Chrome extensions that we use for doing outreach. I think that's doable, Mike. We can put it together in a notepad. I think what we'll do is we'll share the PPT, the PowerPoint presentation, because it's got all the plugins in there anyway, so we can share that. And if there's anything on top of that, we can just add to it, no problems. Amol also wants a list of all the spam sites. Rohin, the one which you got from Scrapebox. So if you can just put it in I
can definitely share that particular sites. About like 600 sites in that one. So if you got a Scrapebox, Amol, that's really going to be very helpful. In just few clicks only, you can just take it out all those storyboard kind of a web 2.0s, because there is no fun actually reaching out to them, because you're probably going to reach out to them. Some of a guy gonna email you back like saying, all right, I'm happy with this. Tell me for a blog post, like $20, give me $20. You doesn't know about it, and you're gonna give like a $20, and by the end you're gonna know, oh, it's a free site. So we try to use the power of automation to remove it off as much as we can.
Yep. And I think if you don't have Scrapebox, you can always use like VLOOKUPs and stuff like that in Excel to basically map those spammy sites to the ones which you basically scrape from Google, and then you can just delete them from there as well. I can make a quick video on that if you guys want, how to just do a VLOOKUP. It's quite easy to do, but we'll do that, not a problem. Sarvesh wants to know is there any way to find sites that don't mention guest post on their site. So I think if I understand correctly, what he's trying to say is Google's. Some people have this phobia that Google tracks websites who will openly state right for us, and they will start penalizing those sites because they know that these sites are asking for guest post, and they may be selling links or stuff like that. So how do we find sites which are not openly marketing for guest posts or right for us? And I don't know if there's an easy way to do that. You just
the only way which I can really think of how you can actually reach out to them, you need to run the bulk campaigns. Like what you can actually do is, Sarvesh, pick it up any topic on the web. Let's say if it's a health, pick it up anything like let's say eye cancer or anything. Just scrape all the sites, reach out to them, because there's a very good probability they haven't mentioned guest posts, but they are actually open for guest posting. So there is a probability they can take guest posts. It's just a matter of actually how much campaigns you are actually sending out. So use the same method, but rather than using like an operator, probably use some other filter. You can use actually resource links as well. So eventually we need to reach out to them. Then only we can figure out if they are open for a guest posting. I'm telling you, half of our GP inventory over the years we have built out is by doing the skyscrapers. So we used to do a lot of skyscraper. We used to get a reply back where the people say, all right, we are happy to give you a link back, but we need the money. All right, that's great. It means that you take the money, you give us a link back. So why not add you for our future projects as well? So this is how we created all our sites. So these guys doesn't have mentioned right for us that kind of pages on their website, but they are open for it. So you need to actually go and send a broad campaign. When I say broad, just send out like blast out campaigns, and whatever results you're gonna get it back. A lot of them gonna ask for money. Very few of them will ask you for basically a free link.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
but it's all up to us how much we are ready to spend too.
that's correct. Yeah, it all comes down to the metrics. So the way we work is like, because we've got an outreach agency, we sell guest posts and links and stuff. So we always look at the metrics of the website. We try and understand, okay, what's the DR, what's the RD, what's the traffic of the website. If I want to sell the link based on DR, what's my budget, what am I selling it for? And then based on my overhead cost, you do a reverse engineering where you figure out, okay, how much can I afford to pay this blogger to make some money, so and it comes down to individual choices, what your profit margins are. It could be 20%, it could be 80%. That's for you guys to decide. Like we have our own metrics and we have our own profit margins, which we factor into the cost. And we always try to keep things competitive, so our profit margins are less, but we work on volume, So in our case, because we've got such a massive inventory, we are doing like 6,000 backlinks a month with our clients and the agencies. But if you're targeting some high-end clients, you want to sell a link for $300, $400. Maybe you don't need to sell so many links. We sell links, which could be $70, but we know we need to negotiate really competitive prices to be able to sell those links for that price and still be viable. So it comes down to that sort of things. Yeah, I think that answers the question.
Right. So next question is from Pratik.
Yeah, Pratik, he wants to know how we centralize our data. Basically, if we are running a campaign today and then we do another campaign and we find duplicate.
Right. So Pratik, I mean, like we do have a master database. Basically, it's a SQL database we have created to make sure that we remove all those duplicates and that kind of thing. But again, I think when you say centralize your daily data, I think you're talking about how to make sure like we are getting all those emails and we are replying them out, and then how to get everything in a single inbox. I guess this is what you are trying to ask. But what we normally do is, let's say I'm sending out email campaign today and I've got a subject line. And then the next email campaign you're going to run, you're going to keep a subject line a little different. And then what you need to do is inside your Gmail, just use the power of filters and create a new folder and just give it on like when the subject line is this. So this is your different subject line. All the emails should go to that particular folder. And the same thing you have to do it with a third one or even the fourth one. That way, all your emails doesn't get mixed up and clutter out badly. So, like everything has been streamed up nicely in that way. Now, when it comes to duplicate domains, like you're sending out an email today and tomorrow you're sending out another one. Yes, you can use a VLOOKUP first of all to make sure that you have already got these guys or you've already sent it to them. Otherwise, Sandy has got a blacklist option too. Now, Sandy can tell you that this email ID is already in some other campaign inside Sandy. Not in this particular campaign, but it's in some other list or campaign inside Sandy. And this is the way you can upload the sheet, and that sheet gonna be unique because they will literally minus all those emails which are already sitting in some other emails, as far as you haven't gone and delete that particular list too. So if you have deleted, then it might be a chance that you're gonna send them again. If not, then it's a good probability they won't let you to actually get it in.
Yeah. And I think that there are a lot of ways to do that. I mean, we can always, if you don't have Sandy, you can always use tools like pivot tables. And with pivot tables, basically you have like 2 or 3 columns where you're putting in your website, your email, and your niche, and then you can assign like a tag to your website. Let's say I will call these 50 websites are tag A, and then you have another tag B, and then you start doing VLOOKUPs where pivot tables where you only run your campaigns on a particular tag, and you can set up multiple sheets for multiple tags. I can show it to you guys. Build. Maybe I can just. I'll see if I can do it now. Shouldn't take hard, but you guys can continue. I'll just work this out in the background, and I'll share screen and show it. It's quite easy to do actually.
Yep. And so John said, like, only jumping in now. Is there a replay? Yeah, John, there is a replay. It should be up here, and I'll see. I'm pretty sure they should be available on our YouTube channel too, because like I said, the platform is very new to us too. We had a bit of technical issue in the morning, and even now also you might have noticed it was just gone. I don't know why, but yes, this is it is. So all right, so that's again, Pratik, if you're reaching out to a ton of people, what setup do you use to centralize data so that same data is not found everywhere and you are not contacting them again and again? That's the same I've already mentioned, Pratik. I mean, like, you need to create a master sheet, or else via Sandy, like I said, you can blast out a lot of email, but the email is already sitting in one of them. It probably won't sit in the other one. See, the only thing what I'm trying to do, and the only purpose of having this live stream is like, link building is not complicated. Let's not try to complicate it too much, because it's pretty straightforward in itself. It's just like a matter of how quickly you can do it. You can create a process for your team, and you can give them the tools, and you can tell them to keep running the email on every single day, and start giving you the results. Now, that's one of the reasons why I actually added the free method and the paid method as well. And if you check the free method, it's just a one-time cost of Sandy and SMTP. It's like $15 per month what you need to spend only. And you can blast out so many emails using that. And this is how we do it. We not get any problems doing that. But it's one of our process we use in-house.
Can you see my screen, guys?
All right, I'll switch it on now.
Okay, so let's say we ran a outreach, and we've got 3,000 emails, and the simple way to do that is, so I've got website, email, and niche, and then I'm just assigning tags. It's a simple hack. So I've got A, and then I've got B's and C's, and what I have to do is I just need to go insert pivot tables, and it's a really powerful tool. And you move your tag into your filter at the top, and then you can basically bring your website, email, and niche. And so you got every data in here, and then you just basically set it up in the tabular form and just turn off the grand totals. Now I can see it's basically being set up in the same way as my normal sheet. But now I've got the beauty of going to tag, and I say, okay, I want to just run email sequence on categories A, right? So I just filter on A, and I just go and do my blast, and then I come back, and then I'll just change the tag and do another blast. And this will ensure, because every website has a unique tag, you won't be sending out duplicate emails to any of the websites. Of course, you have to make sure that when you're setting this up, you go to your data and you remove duplicates, so that any website, it's like in this case, it's saying 7,600 duplicates were found. So it will remove all those duplicates. It will find, I think what it did was, because a lot of the tags were empty, it must have deleted those. So once you delete the duplicates, you set up your pivot table, assign the tags, and then you can just basically start selecting your tags. And your tags could be your niche types. I can move the niche in here as well. And then basically all I have to do is I'll say, okay, I want to just do health category or something. So I'll just type in health, and I've got a dedicated email written for just health related sites. So I'm just going to go and filter on the health sites, and it will give me a list, and I run my campaign on that. And then my niche type as well. Of course, I think we've got a really broad category of niches in here, but you can bring it down to like a manageable 10, 20, 30 lists, and then start running your outreach on maybe health, and then you have a dedicated email written just for health blogs, which talks about health and stuff like that. Then you might have some for real estate, which is a different copy altogether. But once you start assigning tags like that, you can easily manage them and you won't have duplicate issues. So it's a small handy tip, which you guys can use.
So
What
I
else?
guess I guess that's all about it, guys. And if you have any question or so, just post it in the comment box, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, sure. And we will post out the maybe what we'll do is we'll share all the files in the file folder in our group, so that people can just have access to that anytime they want, rather than just sharing it in the post itself. So we'll put it in the file under the files section in our group folder. So I'll post a link for that. I think that brings us to the end of this session, guys, and thanks for joining us. Hopefully, these sessions will get better and better, and once we learn the tools. And is Harvester custom built, or you're using API?
No, that's all custom built actually. It's there's no API we are using. It's like a normal crawler. It's a PHP crawler, so you can simply go and throw in the URLs. It's gonna crawl it. We are trying to add few more sources up in this one too. We try to add validator, but the output wasn't really that good, and this is one of the reason why I showed a different validator, which we have started using, this GMAS email validator. So it's a good one, but although, like I said, it's a free crawler sitting on our website, so feel free to use it. Like, there is no kind of thing. It's pretty fast. Alrighty. Thanks everyone, and it was really great. And like I said, let's not try to make this link building too complicated. It's pretty straightforward. We just need to take an action, and that's all of us do. Just take an action. You're gonna see the results all by itself. Like I said, when it comes to negotiation part, that's the way. What we have seen from our experience is that if you reach out to 10 bloggers, then 6 out of 10 gonna reply back with some dollar value. But you can always negotiate with them to make a win-win. So it definitely gonna be a good one, I say. So
exactly,
go for it. Go for it, I say, and let us know what you think about it.
Sure. And any question, just post it in there, guys. Even after the video, if you're watching the replay, just add your questions. We'll come back and answer that. And more than happy for you guys to send us personal messages or anything. If you're feeling a bit shy talking in the open forum, more than happy to answer any questions. Yeah, thank you once again, and we'll catch you guys next time.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.